The integrated communication system encompasses all the techniques and services involving telecommunications and computing. Peugeot Assistance, good morning. Hello, good morning. Can you help me, please? I'm away from home, a long way from my usual agent, and the car will soon need its first service at 30,000 kilometers. Can I have it done anywhere without making an appointment? Yes, of course. I'll give you the phone number of the nearest agent. The system can receive and transmit information using GPS and GSM. Advances in electronics and miniaturization techniques have now made it possible to build a computer with the radio, in-car telephone, and navigation system combined in a single unit. Automobile Peugeot can offer a range of services using the integrated communication system now available on the 807 and the 307 SW. The integrated communication system as a whole consists of a number of components. A fan-cooled RT3 computer unit. On the 807, separate controls are provided to facilitate moving between the menus. A COM 2000 combining the main functions of the RT3 unit, a black and white or color screen according to the options chosen, an antenna, a microcomputer used for the telephone and voice commands, a video input for the color screen, and as an option, a CD changer. The RT3 Integrated Communications Unit is a new generation of multimedia car radio. It provides the functions of a telephone, navigation system, and CD radio. Being very compact, it fits into a standard ISO slot. There are a number of items on the front panel. A volume knob incorporating the on-off switch. A row of 5 selector and audio setting keys. An SOS button for emergency calls. A button marked with the Peugeot Lion, giving access to the Peugeot service menu. 2 buttons for telephone pick-up and hang-up. A digital keypad used for telephone dialing or for radio and CD selection according to the mode selected. A set of 8 multifunction keys. 4 are for displaying and configuring menus, and 4 for seeking radio stations and selecting CDs. A central button is used for selection and moving through the menus. It also incorporates the SIM card reader. An infrared receiver for uploading data from an electronic notebook. The RT3 unit consists of different modules. The motherboard, a radio frequency board, GPS, GSM, the AM/FM tuner card, a second tuner for the level 3 versions with DT color screen, the audio amplifier, the CD player which accepts both audio and navigation mapping disks. The front panel itself manages the communications procedure using the WAN network. To cope with any sustained loss of power, there's a standby battery to operate the radio frequency module so that emergency calls can be made. The connections of the RT3 unit are modular according to the vehicle and the options fitted. They involve 3 types of connector. The RT3 unit has its own fan cooling system. The temperature of the unit is monitored by sensors. The fans and their location vary according to the vehicle type. On the 807, the RT3 unit has its cooling fan on the right-hand side. On the 307, the unit is cooled by 2 fans arranged in parallel and located on top of the unit. The separate control unit, specific to the 807, is mounted on the central console underneath the air conditioning controls. Gives the user direct access to the RT3 functions and is ergonomically designed to facilitate navigation through the menus. The central button is used to move through the different menus and to select one. Five keys give direct access to the functions of the telephone, the navigation system, the principal types of information, the general menu, and the audio settings. To return to the previous screen, the user uses the escape button. The mode key is used to move between the different menus. For reasons of driving safety and convenience, the COM2000 also duplicates the main controls of the RT3 unit. These controls are intended for automatically searching for radio programs and for selecting items on the CD. The keys at the back are used for adjusting the volume. Pressing the 2 keys simultaneously cuts off the sound, which is restored by pressing one of the keys. The button on the end of the stalk is used to change the radio, CD changer mode. And to actuate telephone pickup, hang-up. It's also used for confirming items selected in a menu. The knob is used for selecting stored stations or CDs and for moving through the menus. Briefly pressing the button on the end of the lighting stalk activates voice recognition. And longer pressure will play the latest TTS message. Monday's meeting is cancelled. According to the options fitted, 2 different multifunction screens are available. A CT black and white screen and a DT color screen. The displays provide the user with information about the usual functions such as the radio and the CD player, the in-car computer, the current configuration and any warning messages, as well as the integrated communications functions such as navigation, the telephone, and the different services. The screens are no longer connected to the WAN network. They are now controlled by the RT3 unit, either via a special CAN link for the CT black and white screen, or via an optical link for the DT color screen. The use of an optical fiber link allows for a substantial data flow between the RT3 unit and the DT color screen. Both screens are fitted with an integral brightness sensor that enables them to adapt to the light level. There are two possible antenna arrangements depending on the vehicle type. On the 807, AM/FM reception uses an antenna mounted on the quarter light. There is also a two-function antenna mounted at the rear of the roof for GPS reception and GSM transmission and reception. This antenna incorporates the necessary electronics for each function. On the 307, a three-function antenna serves for GPS reception, GSM transmission reception, and AM/FM amplification. An electret microphone with an integral preamplifier is located behind the grille of the front roof light. This is used for hands-free telephone operation and for voice commands. Call. Delphine. Hello? Hi, it's me. I'm running a bit late and won't be there for a good half hour yet. But I'll pick up Nicholas from school. A video input for the color screen is fitted in the glove box. This can be used for any type of source: video camera, DVD, or games console. The RT3 unit provides four functions: radio, navigation, telephone, voice commands, and synthesized speech. The radio function has two new additional features: text radio, which provides information about the program being heard, and manual frequency selection through the digital keypad. The navigation function requires data on location and movement transmitted by the GPS and the position of the vehicle in space through the mapping system. The reverse signal is provided by the reversing light switch located on the gearbox. Data on vehicle speed, distance traveled, and changes of direction are supplied by the rear wheel sensors. These sensors transmit the data to the ESP or ABS, which pass them on to the BSI, Integrated Services Unit, via the CAN network. The BSI then passes the data to the RT3 unit via the VAN network. This process enables the RT3 unit to function without a gyroscope. The dual-band telephone is incorporated in the unit. Radio. Next. Some 30 keywords are stored in the RT3 unit so that voice commands can be used to locate a radio station, to select a track on a CD, and to call somebody from the telephone directory. Call. Delphine. Hello? Activate the voice command function by pressing the end of the lighting button. The RT3 unit bleeps to indicate that it awaits the command. The voice recognition software is available for 7 languages and needs no learning process by the user. Speech synthesis is a new synthetic voice function capable of reading out text word by word. A new message at 10:25 a.m. from 0134335841, call 123. In this way, the RT3 unit can read any SMS message. Monday's meeting is cancelled. In 100 meters, turn right. And the information provided by the navigation system, including the names of streets and roads. In 200 meters, turn right into the Boulevard de l'Oise. Pressing the Peugeot assistance key, identified by the Peugeot Lion, enables the driver to obtain practical information. Good morning, this is Peugeot. Good morning, I'm nearly out of petrol, so can you tell me the location of the nearest service station, please? When you leave the next village, turn right on the road D136. There's a petrol station in less than 1 kilometer. Using data provided by the GPS satellites, the RT3 unit continuously calculates the vehicle's position. Pressing the Peugeot key initiates a call on the GSM network via the antenna and the relay stations to the contact Peugeot center. The driver can communicate with an operator using the microphone and the loudspeakers. At the same time, the RT3 unit transmits the vehicle's position and the client's identity using the GSM network. Good morning, this is Peugeot. Good morning, I'm with a cyclist by the roadside. He's had a fall, he seems to have injured his leg, but I've no idea where I am. We've located you. The emergency services will be there in a few minutes. Thank you. Pressing the SOS key will put the driver in direct contact with the Peugeot center, which can locate the vehicle using the data transmitted by the RT3 unit and call the emergency services. The airbag triggered signal is transmitted by the airbag computer to the RT3 unit via the BSI. The RT3 unit automatically sends an SOS call with no need for action by the driver or passenger. The GPS function enables the vehicle to be located. If there's no response from the occupants of the vehicle, the nearest emergency services are immediately notified by the Contact Peugeot Center. When removing the RT3 unit, some precautions are necessary when handling the optical fibers connected to the DT color screen. Remove the upper map compartment from the fascia, together with the central vent and the ventilation duct. To avoid damaging the optical fiber, disconnect the amp connector before removing the RT3 unit. The Diag 2000 instrument can be used for all configuration functions or downloads, such as erasing personal data, checking the condition of the standby battery, and changing the battery. The standby battery can't be recharged. A special procedure must be followed when replacing the battery. A menu is available for initializing the new battery. Two CDs for configuration and navigation are supplied with the vehicle. When preparing new vehicles for sale, the main components of the integrated communication system must be checked. The integrated communication system now makes it possible to offer a range of services concerning safety, assistance, and driving pleasure. In the near future, this range of services will be even wider thanks to the Internet.